It's going to be the one which is going to be coming to the farm very soon. So it's going to be life-changing. It's a really, really good-looking bit of kit, and I tell you what, we want to be improving the efficiency if we can, making life a little bit easier. It's all about trying to just upgrade the farm. I've been looking at loads of different bits of kit here today which could potentially help. Bigger chips. Not this point at the bottom. Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today we're here at Llama over at the NEC in Birmingham, and if you can see behind me, this is Teagle Tallyhawk, and I've just been speaking to the guys at Teagle, and a little while ago we were bedding up our fodder beat clamp, and I was doing it by hand, and luckily I've managed to speak to Teagle, and this is going to be the one which is going to be coming to the farm very soon, and we're going to be trying it out, bedding down with the Manitou with the MLT 630, and we're going to be bedding down the cattle with it. So it's really, really exciting. I've always looked at these ever since a couple of years ago I saw one. We filmed it on the channel. I'll put a link in the description down below of when I saw one of these working. So it's going to be life-changing. Hopefully it will save a lot of time and effort bedding everything down by hand. So you're hopefully going to see one on the farm very soon, and it'll be on the front of the Manitou. I've just been having a look at the Manitou stand. We also went and had a look at the John Deere 6800, which has been fully restored. It's a really good turnout. There's so many people here. It's the biggest llama I've seen in a long time. There's so much equipment and machinery. You'll see just behind us we've got the Kawasaki mules here. We have actually got one of these on order, a Mule Pro DX in diesel, and we're just waiting for it to arrive. So it's either between the Kawasaki Pro MX or the Polaris, which we're going to be getting a long-term Polaris. So we might have two buggies on the farm, which will be used for checking cattle and sheep. So I just had a chat with the guys from the Manitou stand, and we might be upgrading the Manitou to a 635, which will have a bigger hydraulic pump if we run it on the Teagle Tallyhawk. So yeah, really looking forward to that. Can't believe we would be looking at a Tallyhawk, but we are. And we've got a spreader bale here, just on the right. I did look at spreader bale, but unfortunately we can't spread round bales, so the Tallyhawk's more sort of ideal for round bales. See, we've got sit mowers here, we've got fence, John Deere, all that sort of thing here. There's accents from all over the country: Irish, Geordie, Scottish, Welsh and British. It's very, very popular. It's obviously attracted people from all over. Really, really good turnout of people, and also a good turnout of equipment. About a couple of years ago there wasn't as much new kit here because of COVID, but this year there's a lot of new equipment. There's a lot of deals being done, there's a lot of machinery being sold, so it's obviously a very popular attraction, and you know, it's a big deal for the agricultural community here in the UK. So. Alright, so I've been talking to loads of machinery companies. I can't stop without talking to someone or talking to any of the subscribers. Anyway, we've got this lovely John Deere here, which has recently been restored in partnership with these companies just over here. You see, you've got Dramone, Cornplate and all of those other companies. It's a lovely 100 series tractor, John Deere 6800, and it has been restored like new. So this is what we're going to be doing later on in the year, but something very similar with John Deere 7530. So really nice tractor this, and it's certainly attracting the crowds. So great looking tractor, built to last, unlike some of the modern stuff. Proper tractor. And then recently we've been trying out obviously the Gator against the Polaris, and on this stand here at this engineering company HME there is a redesigned cab back which is for a Polaris. As you can see, it's designed to go on the back box for the dogs. Put it in the new Polaris diesel, away you go. Really, really nice design. It looks like it was actually fitted from the factory. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. And one of the biggest attractions this year is the Krone stand, which is huge. They've got a new Krone Big X on the stand here. Just look at the size of this bit of kit. Serious DPF AdBlue system on the back there. All stainless steel. huge engine in there as well. Look at that, chrome exhaust as well. Huge machinery. The machines are actually so big this year, I can't even get them on the camera. And then you've got the big pack. Crone's bread and butter square baler. So nice to see that Crone's got a good turnout today. And then next to that, of course, is the Teagle stand. They've got the Tomahawk there, which is the trailed straw blower and feeder. And then next to that is the Tellyhawk, which will be coming on the farm very soon. And we'll be putting it to work in the cattle sheds. So we'll be looking at the Teagle Tellyhawk, should be coming to the farm soon. An upgraded Manitou, the 635, because we're going to need a little bit more of a higher hydraulic output to run the Teagle Tellyhawk. And then with the new shed, and even with some of our old sheds, I've been talking to IEE about upgrading some of our sheds with a good handling system. At the moment, our handling system is a little bit old, a little bit outdated, and something like one of these new modern handling systems would be great for doing things like TB testing, and whenever we've got to get cattle in for vaccinations and all that sort of thing. So look at this fantastic handling system here. So what a fantastic handling system. You just need a good concrete yard to set this up, and this is a proper state-of-the-art system. It's all been designed to handle cattle quickly and efficiently, which is something I've spoken about in the past with the farm. We want to be improving the efficiency if we can, making life a little bit easier when we have our native Angus heifers and also our remaining suckler herd and the calf rearing business. So it's all about trying to just upgrade the farm. I've been looking at loads of different bits of kit here today which could potentially help, like the Kawasaki buggy for checking cattle, for example, and the Tellyhawk will be a lifesaver, hopefully. Ideal for bedding down with the machine when I won't have to do it by hand, and it'll free me up to do other things like vaccinating, tagging in a good handling system. At the moment we've got the one which does our job, it works for us, so this will be something later down the line, but it's always nice to look at some new stuff, some new kit, if it helps you out and if it just improves your farm's efficiency, because at the end of the day equipment is very expensive, so it's being able to pay for this stuff at the same time and have a profitable business. We have actually got an IE crush in the yard like this. I will show it on the screen now. Our one has lasted about 25 years and nothing wrong with it, so I don't think we'll be changing our crush, but one thing we would change would be the rear handling system, which is what we were just looking at previously. So yeah, just a few little upgrades, a few things to tweak the farm, improve the efficiency. Alright, so it's sort of coming towards the end of the day. I've been speaking to loads of people, loads of you guys have been coming up and asking for pictures. We've had a great time. I'm about to head off back, but I've just dropped by the AH stand, Agri Hire, to ask every year when I come into this stand, can we have the muck spreader in February time, because we'll be spreading the muck really soon. We're going to be looking at maybe a 16-ton or an 18-ton model to come over and spread the muck. We'll be dropped off with the Unimog, and then we'll get going with the John Deere 6R and an AH spreader. And just on the way back home, we've just dropped into Weaving, which is a drill manufacturer. They also make cultivators and many other parts. And I was just looking at this minimum tillage drill. It's 3 meters. It comes with a set of discs, and then you've got a middle body, so it's min-till, with a packer on the back and some extra weight. It's a really, really good looking bit of kit. And I'll tell you what, something like this in the future on the farm would fit in really, really nicely, especially on the back of the 6R. So let me know what you think about this in the comment section down below. It would be great for planting things like grass and spring barley on our lighter land. It's a nice size for us because we can still get in our small gateways and all of that sort of thing, and it is min-till, which is where the future of farming could be going because of emissions, all that sort of thing. So minimum tillage, reducing the damage to the land, stopping ploughing, all that sort of thing. It's called a Fenix drill, and I think it would work really, really well on our light land, especially with a set of discs and the ability to direct drill. So that is something to keep an eye on. Alright, so there we go, I'm just on my way out. I've got loads of brochures and all that sort of thing, all that good stuff. Had a good day. I'm about to drive back all the way back to Norfolk, so it'll be a 3-hour drive, and it's good to meet so many of you, and hopefully by next year you'll see a couple of new machines on the farm. Hopefully we'll have got that new shed built, and we'll be moving forward. So with that, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I'll catch you when I'm back on the farm. Click here to subscribe to the channel, and click here to watch another Olly's Farm video.